Hello boys, mini ingredient here. Today I am going to be doing something that I didn't think I was actually going to do. Today I am going to be ranking all of the Springfield arcs. We got 6 Springfield arcs and a half Springfield arc. You'll see. I'm going to be ranking all the arcs just by how much I like them and how the endings of all of them are and stuff, like the final few videos and stuff, and the final video itself in every arc. I just want to that's going to give them points, and if there's a bad ending or something like that that's just not that interesting, it'll be lower on the list. So we got the Springfield arc, the second Springfield arc, the partial Springfield arc, the third Springfield arc, the fourth Springfield arc, the fifth Springfield arc, and last but not least, the sixth Springfield arc. And soon, there's a possibility that the seventh Springfield arc is going to come pretty soon. Yeah, believe it or not, last weekend we were supposed to go somewhere, either Springfield, which will start the seventh Springfield arc, St. Louis, which will start the third St. Louis arc, or a completely new place I have never filmed before, the Lake of the Ozarks. That would have made a great arc, but my dad had to work Saturday at 6. So we didn't want to go somewhere big and had to rush all that because we'll have to wake up earlier, drive about an hour or something to get to anywhere the 3 locations we would go to. And yeah, we'll have to just stay there before 6 and stuff. So yeah, we didn't really feel like doing that. But there's a possibility that we would have went to Jefferson City again, which would have made a fourth Jeff City arc, which the Jeff City arcs would no longer be a trilogy. Actually, I'll actually keep the original 3 as a trilogy and just start a new trilogy. So when we do get a fourth one, which I don't know when, I'm going to call it the Jefferson City arc, A New Beginning, because it's going to be a new trilogy, hopefully. So, yeah, and then we decided we would go Sunday. And then we changed plans. We were supposed to. My dad was just like, "Hey, what about we go to some random city somewhere around the St. Louis area?" But we never went there yet. We never went there yesterday, so there's no new arc. But anyways, let's get into ranking. All right, so my least favorite is the third Springfield arc. All right, so I'm going to tell you the reason why this is my least favorite. So, first off, it's only 4 episodes long. Second off, the Highway Patrol Tower. I was supposed to film it at day mode and night mode, but some crackhead walked into the gas station of where we were at with a knife, and nobody seemed to care. There's just the cashier and the guy with the knife were just, I guess friends, but the guy had a knife. Yeah, weird stuff goes on in Springfield. But whatever, my dad was just like, "We need to get out of here now." So we just rushed to the car, and I had no idea what was going on. And then we drove off, and then he's just like, well, he was driving out of the parking lot, and he's just like, "There's some guy with a knife in the gas station, and nobody seemed to care." And I was just like, "Oh, okay. We can go to that like there's another gas station. Like, no worries. We can go to that one gas station." And then my dad turns left, which the other gas station's right. And I was just like, "Wait, where are you going?" And my dad's just like, if the tower only shines white, then it's kind of useless filming it again if it's going to be white, if it's going to keep on shining white. And that's not the entire point. It may shine white 24/7, but the night mode's different. So yeah, the video was kind of ruined because I didn't get to film it at night, but I at least got to film it during sunset and got some good footage of the FA308 flashing at day. So yeah, here's a third reason why I don't like this arc much. It's because the Springfield, Missouri monopole, or now that I call it the second Walmart tower, that used to have an FA306 got a modern LED around this time, around September. This was September. This is when the third Springfield arc was published. So yeah, it was when it was made and published. So yeah, I remember before we even went there, our hotel. When I found out our hotel was very close to the tower, I was just like, yes, I can film. I can finally film it at night because I already had plans of filming it at night. That was supposed to be like the fourth video of the tower. Well, fourth main or second. No, I mean fifth, because I do remember making one video, just some lone video, just down at Springfield of that tower. It was not entire arc because there was only one video, but I was supposed to film it at night as its next video until I went to the mall, and I even joked around with myself saying, "What if it had an LED? What would you do? What would you do?" I was just like, I would destroy the entire world." And then I just laughed, just like, "Oh man, if that ever happened, oh man, I have no idea how FA is going to look after I come to their headquarters and literally beat up everybody down there." And then I looked at the direction where the tower was, and I only caught a glimpse of the top, and it flashed once, and then it kind of looked like an LED flash. I was just like, "Wait, what is that?" And then a building blocked the tower. I was just like, "Oh my god, don't please tell me that joke is not good. Please tell me that joke's not a reality." And then the building, we drove further away from the building, so the tower just rose up away from the building, and then it was revealed to have an LED. Sad time, sad time. So yeah, the perfect time to film it on its night mode with its FA306 was completely destroyed. I'll never have that chance. I'll never have it. No, I just won't. It will never happen because FA decided to replace it with an LED, and the tower was special to me because that was the very first time I ever found that. That was the very first time I ever found out that single strobes are actually able to shine white and red. Because before that, I had no idea. I mean, before that, I thought every single strobe and every single strobe in the entire world only shined white until I seen this tower. I think that was like 2011 or something. And I remember I looked at it, and I already known it shined red and stuff. And I looked at it, I was just like, but how is that thing able to shine red? That it does not have a red light above the white light, or blue light as I used to call it. So yeah, when I say 2011, that was not the first time I ever seen the tower. I have been to Springfield like in the 2000s and stuff when I was a baby and when I was just a toddler and stuff. But I don't have any memory of any of that stuff. So I guess I'm pretty sure 2011 is only the oldest memory of the tower that I have. So yeah. All right, here's the fourth reason why I don't like this arc either. It's because the last day the day when we checked out the hotel and we were leaving and going back home, I got allergies, very bad allergies. My nose, I remember like in the middle of the night, my nose was running and running, and my eyes were watering, and just it was unbearable. I couldn't take it. It just yeah, I had to get up multiple times to blow my nose, and that wouldn't help. And for some reason, I didn't. For some reason, I didn't stick any any Kleenexes up my nose, up my nostrils. I don't know why I didn't decide to do that, but that really would have helped. But the eyes were so my eyes were so watery. It was just it was unbearable. I remember sitting in the car and everything just felt colder, but it felt so much colder to me. But around that time, it was still very hot. It was a very hot day down at Springfield. I didn't have the energy to walk, so every store we went to, I would sit down and just do whatever on my phone and probably upload the last few videos here. So yeah, that's the other reason why I don't like this much. And then we also got the final, which is it's a washer that I don't really care about that much because it's not my favorite washer. If it was like a Whirlpool direct drive with a rare agitator, I would call that a good ending to this arc, but it's a decent ending. At least it's a washer, but it's not my favorite washer. So yeah, I would rather have another washer yeah, a better washer to be the final thing of this arc. Alright, so the next is the partial Springfield arc. The reason why it's called the partial Springfield arc is because around this time my grandparents and my family, grandparents, and some other distant family members all came together to go to this zoo that was close to Springfield, and then after that, um, yeah, after that we went to this restaurant. Now it was in Ozark. Well, not Lake of the Ozarks. It was just in Ozark. That's another city very close to Springfield. So we went there and went to a restaurant down there. That would have been a perfect chance to film a tower that I really want to film now because of its mysterious LED that doesn't flash like a normal LED. So I don't know why I didn't take that chance. Well, take that opportunity to film it. So that sucks. So yeah, there's that. We got this is a 5 episode arc. We have I don't think it's even all in order. Um I remember trying to put this all in order, but the way I uploaded it as well was not in order either. You see, the cell and radio tower video was the first video. Um, Actually, I think that's how. Well, the train video is the second newest video. Oh, wait a second. Oh, I need to redo this entire thing. There's one more episode. This is actually a 6 episode arc, but there's a ceiling fan video that I forgot to add in this. Oh god, hopefully I didn't actually forget to upload it. Oh wait, no, I uploaded it. So we got that. This is all out of order. The more cell and radio towers is supposed to be in the train vid spot, and the train vid is supposed to be in the second video, the one I'm touching right now. That's how it's supposed to be, but for some reason I guess I didn't upload it right. The train video is literally the last video that I uploaded. I guess I forgot to upload it, and for some reason I didn't just delete all the other videos and re-upload them after I put the train vid in its spot. So yeah. Alright, so it's not really that special, We did cross into Springfield. I did get to film some towers down there, so that's the reason why it has its name, the partial Springfield arc name. So that's the reason why it classifies as one of the Springfield arcs. So so yeah, um, that's one good thing about it. But the rest of it is I could have had a around this time was the time where I didn't really care to upload to film towers like outside of where we were going, like on the way there, on the way, like now I will film like almost every single tower on the trip to where we're going. But back then I will only film like I will mostly film the actual place that me and my family would our destination and stuff. Not anything outside of that area. A sample. Go to the second Indiana arc. We had like a 5 hour trip to Indiana and a 5 hour trip back home, and I only filmed one video on the outskirt of that arc, and it's a TV tower video. But for some reason, I just didn't feel like filming towers outside of Indiana and stuff, except for those two TV towers. I'm kind of disappointed in myself for that. I guess that's the way I was back then. So there's one golden thing about this arc. It's a malfunctioning LED beacon video, which basically it's that one FM tower in St. Robert that has some sort of white and red LED, and I'm not too sure if it really works or not, but I guess it works because I keep on seeing something, or maybe it's my eyes playing tricks on me, but I'm pretty sure it might work. So yeah, there's basically it was on night mode, and the beacon was supposed to be flashing, but it was stationary for some reason. I don't know why, but it was stationary. So there's that. And now we rate the ending. The ending is superb because I got to film the the Wingsville St. Robert tower trio. Like those towers, the last video you see towers on night mode. That those towers there are like the last few towers like of St. Robert and Wingsville. Like it's like a crossover. It's like the bridge to St. Robert or Wingsville, whatever way you're going. So I got to film them all at night. Like I got to film the three main towers. See, two of them had dual strobes and one had an incandescent. And then a water tower with markers, and then some antenna tower with some sort of quickly flashing strobe. And then there's just some other markers I was just placed randomly. I don't know where they were coming from or whatever that. So it was kind of weird. I had a hard time identifying it. So that's the ending of the partial Springfield arc, and I give it a 7 out of 10. I like that video, even though I barely watch it. All right, so the next one is the Springfield arc, and I just got a notification. And it looks like it's I know this guy. I just discovered this guy was a tower enthusiast, and I never met him before, or I never seen his channel. Search Cumberland WV in Google Maps. I saw like over 7 towers there. Well, I would see like millions of towers in just one area. So I don't know. So this here is what started it all. This was Springfield. This was the Springfield series debut, the Springfield arc, the very first one. This is an 8 episode video. Well, I mean 8 episode arc. That's what I meant to say. So the first video is just two towers in Springfield Mo, and the second, well, I mean the last one. We'll get into that later. It's an interesting last one, interesting final video. This here is pretty old. It was like somewhere around August 2019. Like I remember this was I went here like days before school, like just I think this was the last week of summer break. And then we only had like 2 days before school or something, or maybe this was a Saturday, and then that's literally how close we were to school. So yeah, kind of weird. It just just seeing this right now just gives me that feeling, that dreadful feeling of one last fun moment before all the terror starts. So the reason why it's so low on the list is probably because of all the videos that I really kind of regret making. Well, actually, there's only one video that I really kind of regret making, which is the me at Sky Zone video. Which, don't watch it, please don't. I awkwardly jump on the trampolines at Sky Zone. It's a bad video. The comments were disabled on it as well, and for some reason I took my I just I mean I enabled the comments, but re-enabled them. Yep, I went out of my way to do that. It's kind of useless, but it triggers me to see that, so I just immediately just re-enabled them. So we also got a video that I made for my friend, which is another YouTuber. It's called "This One Is For You, Max." Basically, um, basically, I just made a stupid video of how I found a Freddy Fazbear plushie, which my friend Max is a giant FNAF fan. And, I just made that hoping that he'll see that, but he never, ever took the time to view it. He doesn't even take the time to respond to any comments on his channel, except for, like, if it's his best friends. Like, I'm one of his best friends, but every time I'll comment on his video, and every time I'll see him at school, he'll respond that way down at school. And I'm just like, Max, you can just respond to me easily on YouTube. It won't take like one day. So yeah. And of course he never watched it. And for some reason, this was made at Cece's Pizza, but for some reason I think I called it Pizza Inn or Pizza Hut. I don't remember, but I called it by its wrong name. So yeah. And I also made two videos at Bass Pro Shop that were kind of useless to make because they didn't get much views. Well, hey, at least I can say this. I think the KY3 tower. I think this might have been the very first time I ever filmed a TV tower, because that's a TV tower. You can see by its antenna. I meant you have to do Street View. Well, I know. All right, so let's talk about the final video of the Springfield arc, the Krispy Kreme's arc. So wait, before I do that, I just want to say there's one reason why I don't really like this arc. It's because around this time was the first time I ever seen one special monopool in Springfield that it's a very small monopool, and it had a dual strobe. Yep, it had a beacon for some reason. I remember it. It was a special tower. It's one of my favorite towers down in Springfield, and it got replaced by a modern LED. And yeah, it got replaced around this time where I filmed all this. So it was very sad. I remember filming this, and or maybe I remember seeing this, and I didn't have the same reaction I had with the second Walmart tower, but I was pretty pissed. I was just like, oh my god, why do this to the tower? Why? I remember the tower had no markers. That was the first time I ever seen a tower with a dual strobe without any markers. And yeah, it still has no markers, but it's still ruined. You removed the one thing that made you removed one of the things that made it special. I remember when you would see it at a distance, the strobe looked like it was the brightest thing in the entire world. So and so the LED is the same. It's the same, but it's the same, but it's not the same. It just yeah, if you can understand me. So yeah, that's another reason why I don't really like it is because it's not the best because of this video here and how that tragedy happened. All right, so Krispy Kremes. This is the final video in the Springfield arc. I just made a video. It does include one of my enthusiast things. It's there two mixers, like one normal looking commercial stand mixer, like a 60 quart mixer, not Hobart, just a different company. And then we also got another one where it has a door. It has like a a dough hook that has like four little hooks on it that spin around like a tumbling dryer, something like that. That's what it was. It was a weird mixer. So that was the two mixers. So you can say that the final boss of the very first Springfield arc was mixer related. All right, so the next one is the fifth Springfield arc. This was made around Christmas, and this year is special because this was made around after Christmas actually. It's like December 26th or 7 or something like that, somewhere around that time period. So yeah, with New Year's on its way and stuff, we went to Springfield just spend one day down there. So we rented a hotel and all that stuff, and yeah, it was very nice. This here is a 24 episode arc. So far, this here's the longest Springfield arc in this video. So we start off with the return of the two towers past Winksville Mo. So the two tower. Oh my! I just realized. Saved. I can't edit the video here, but I just realized I forgot to add an S to towers. Um, I got to film some ceiling fans as well, like one, two. Hmm. Hmm. So far it's two. All right, only two ceiling fan videos, but that's fine. So we got so yeah, the majority of this is tower videos, as you know. So so yeah, there's that. And I also got to film the second Walmart tower again. And yep, this was post LED reaction. Now I forgot to mention about the third Springfield arc. There's another reason why I don't like it as well because actually this is a part of reason 3 with the LED stuff and the second Walmart tower and LED stuff. I found out I had flashing sign markers when I seen it on night mode while driving back to our hotel, and I was just when I seen that and realized that it's never going to have steady sign markers ever again. Yeah, I just had that realization. I was just like, you know, I'm done with flashing sign markers. So that's another reason why I mean not another reason why. That's a part of the third reason. So so this here is like the middle, yeah, the middle or past the middle. I don't remember, but the reason why it's ranked higher than the others is because I got to film at least I got to film more memorable towers and new tower and towers I never filmed and stuff like I got to film the return of the two cell towers past leaving on Mo, which I usually don't film. It's not original to the Springfield series. Like it started in the fourth Springfield arc. So there's that. And I also got to film just random videos in random places and stuff. And we got the memorable monopole, which is sadly beaconless, but that's the way well, it's not sadly beaconless to me. I like how it's beaconless, but that's the way I always known it. That's the way I always wanted it to be. I remember seeing that every time we would go to CC's, because it's right next to CC's Pizza. So yeah, it's very special. It's a very special tower to me. As you can see, it was made after Christmas. We went to late Christmas lights in Springfield, Mo. I got to film two towers on night mode. Again, I haven't got to film them on night mode since May, which is where the second Springfield arc takes place. So that's another reason why this is a special arc to me. And I also got to film some long awaited towers that I hyped up and stuff. And I also got to film a crazy FM tower. If you don't remember, this here has two old school incandescent beacons, but they're very, very close to each other. You can see in the thumbnail. You got the one on top is stationary for some reason, and then the one on the second one is the only one that flashes. The markers still work on it as well, as you can see. I also got to film two towers I filmed previously on night mode. So yeah, I finally got to film them both on night mode. I filmed these two towers in the fourth Springfield arc at day. So there's that. I got to film another washer video, which is another point for this. I got to film the KY3 TV tower at night. Again, I already filmed it once in the second Springfield arc. The final Christmas lights video was pretty cool, and this is kind of like a filler episode just to extend the arc. I decided to film the second Walmart tower again, and I also got to film a tornado siren, which is another filler thing. And yeah, the street light video, that's just a way to extend it. It's just more filler, but it's not trash. And then I also got to find out. Well, I also got to witness the you see the building in that really cool tower video thumbnail. That there has modern incandescent beacon. It used to have actual incandescent bulbs in it, but when I filmed it at night, the same arc, I noticed that it was flashing differently. It wasn't fading. It was flashing like an LED. So I was just like, wait, what? No, how dare you? And then when I seen that day and actually found out that the incandescent beacon was actually still on there, I realized they 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 added an LED to the inside of an incandescent beacon. Oh my god, what a crime. What a crime. Yeah, it was a crime. So yeah, I got to film some other towers again. I filmed some towers twice this arc as well. I got to film the Highway Patrol tower again. The final boss of the final video is the KGPW FM tower, which is just another video of the, or maybe this was, no, this is not the first, but it was just showing my complaints about the LED on the KGPW tower and why it's not fixed. So there's that. All right, next one is the fourth Springfield arc. This here I like more than the fifth because I got to film. Well, I got to film that cookie cutter tower in Wingsville. I can hear my dad just. Oh my god.